Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to talk to you today. I feel like we haven't talked in such a while, but yeah, I don't know why I'm feeling like that. I feel like I just have things to unpack maybe. Anyway, I hope your week has been well. I hope you have had a great start to your day today. I hope everything is going as planned, and yeah, I thought of just catching up with you and telling you one of those stories because I know munapenda udaku. Today I am doing my makeup as I tell you about this thing that happened years back. I am going for a birthday in a few, so I thought let me do this as I prepare. And yeah, it's not still a bit later on, so today I have a mirror in front of me, so if I'm not looking at you, I am looking at the mirror. Hopefully everything goes well. So I'll just start by wiping my face. Like I always say, I'm not a makeup guru, so I'm not even gonna tell you, oh, this is what I do, oh, this is what I do. Nope. You just observe. If you like it, well and good. But like I say, please do not come for me. Do not come for me, please. Please. That's all I ask. So the year is 2016, I believe. 2016 or 2015. Thereabouts. Like I was out of uni. I hadn't graduated yet. But I was out of uni. I was looking for a job and stuff like that. So of course I applied to many places, media, communication, journalism and stuff like that, just to make sure like I spread my wings. And I decided to apply to a lot of media houses. So one of the media houses decides to pick me up for a 3-month internship or attachment. This was unpaid. So this was in a different city from where I lived. It was actually in the capital city, so obviously I had to, if I was to pick it up, I had to move there. And so that is exactly what I did. I moved there. Now, before this, the only other job I had was an attachment at the media house or the radio station I used to work at. So other than that, I hadn't like interacted with a lot of people or professionals who are way older than me. So this was my first time interacting with like professionals from literally who are like my dad's age or older. Anyway, that wasn't even an issue. Me, I was just doing my thing. We were, I think, 2 interns in that department. I was doing my thing. And yeah, I actually enjoyed it. During my probably 2nd month, I get to meet this gentleman. Let me say a gentleman. So I meet this gentleman, and I think he had come to our department. Pause. I got this new eyebrow pencil. It's called Hourglass. This I have to show you. I've never used it. I'm just used to the kawaida pencil that you sharpen. So this one is slightly different. Come out. Come out. You know the casting ones. I don't know. I'm struggling. Oh. So yeah, so as I was saying, I met this guy because he had come to our department. Let me draw my brows. So yeah, the guy came to our department. I think he had questions and stuff, but the person he was looking for was not there. So he came and he just literally found me. So obviously introductions. My name is Lisa. Yeah, I'm an intern, blah blah blah, and then he tells me his name, and we literally ended at that. So he's like, I'll come back later. He comes back later, and my boss introduces me to him, but then he's like, yeah, I met her when I came earlier. And that's pretty much it. Like, I don't think much of it, because I'm like, well, normally you would introduce yourself to someone. Anyway, so eventually we get talking. Like, I realized that he's coming literally every day, every single day, to say hi and go to his office. Mind you, this is someone who is older, way older than my father. Yeah, so I was like, interesting. So yeah, so that's what used to happen. So every day he would come and he'd be like, oh, what time do you finish, blah blah blah, and I would be like, yeah, 3 or 4, depending on what like the day's events had. So I remember one of these times he comes and he's like, it would be lovely if we could have coffee when you finish, just pass by my office, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't even know where your office is. So anyway, so he tells me where his office was. He actually gave me his phone number. And then one of the times I was finishing work, he was like, oh, we could actually like meet up. I think it was like a Friday. So I was like, even if I get home late today, I'm not coming to the office tomorrow, so it's fine. So he asks if we can meet up for coffee. Now, let me tell you, I was coming from a town where these things, like these restaurants, did not, like restaurants were there, but like these well-known big restaurants like Java, Art Cafe, if you're in Kenya, you know these things. They did not exist in the town I grew up in. The town I grew up in has always been like a developing town. So right now, of course, they're there, but then they were not there. Yeah, so when he was like, oh, choose a place, I literally just chose I chose Java, which was literally just across the road from the office, because I was also thinking convenience, and it's also a public place, because I have never interacted with this person on like a private basis per se, so I was also being a bit cautious. So yeah, so I told him, let's go to Java. And that Friday we actually go to Java. I ordered something good. I think I had chips and a chicken sandwich or something, and I think coffee, I'm not so sure, but yeah, something like that. And I was like, good food, blah blah blah. Like, this man was the first man to take me to Java. And we kept on talking. We actually talked for such a long time, and he kept on saying, oh, I love your hair, you have such nice hair. For those who don't know, yes, I do have such nice hair. I've always had such nice hair. Like, I think it's part of genes. So I'm like, yeah, thank you. And I realized, here, this guy, he's admiring me. So we kept on talking. We even talked about his, like, I think he was like in his late 50s or early 60s. So we talked about how he had been in a relationship. He told me about his kids, and he was like, he was even planning like the next date. He was like, my daughter's son is turning, I think, 1 or something. It would be nice if we go together. In my head, I'm like, hold up. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Yeah, so it was kind of like getting to that place where in my head I'm like, yo, what's going on? So anyway, yeah, we kept on talking. We talked for actually a long time, and then I went home, and obviously he went home. So me, I took public transport. I go home, and then obviously the following week I see him, and it's just like, hi, when are you free, blah blah blah, because he wanted us to have another meeting. And I'm like, actually this is my last week, because my internship had now ended, and there was no like renewal for it, because it was an unpaid internship, so it wasn't like gonna be renewed and then unpaid and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, this is my last week. And he's like, we can actually go for my grandson's, let me just say that, my grandson's birthday this weekend. I'm like, no, I've actually planned to travel back home, because I'd planned to travel almost immediately. So he decides, he's like, you know what, you can actually go, and then when you come back we link up here. This is where I was like, it has beaten each other. I was like, wait, is this something long term? Obviously in my head I didn't tell him a thing. But I was like, whatever we are doing, is it long term? So I was like, okay, because I didn't want to agitate the man. To be honest, I think I was such a people pleaser in my early 20s. But then how do you tell an old man, like, no, I think you're liking me and I don't like it? No, it's just weird. So yeah, so he tells me, oh, you can actually, I'll pay for your fare. He I think even sends me cash, I can't remember. But it's like, I'll pay for your fare back and we can go to my grandson's birthday and you think of a gift. At this time I'm thinking, am I going to be someone's stepmom, someone who's way older than me? Am I going to be a grandma? So I was like, okay, well, let me tell you, as I finish doing my makeup, I'm going for a red lip. Let me tell you, I got to the town, I got back home. He kept calling me and I never picked any of his calls. Like, I was like, I don't want to talk to him. And because I didn't know what to say, like I didn't know, like I knew it, I didn't want this to go on, but I didn't know what to tell him. So because I didn't know what to say, I literally just let him call and call like a fool until he got tired. And that, my friends, is how I escaped being a stepmom. Well, if you liked this story, please subscribe down below. If you have any comments, please share them in the comment section and I will see you in my next one. Bye! And the makeup, I think, turned out good. What do you think? What do you think? It's not too up there, but it's very, very beautiful, I think. All right, I'll see you. Bye!